Why do some traders make money on Forex day after day, while others lose their money? The answer is very simple. Successful traders know how to use the available tools and strategies. In this video, I'll give you basic information which will allow you to understand how the stock market works. You'll get clear instructions on how to enter and how to exit from trades. Also, I'll tell you about the lessons which we learned from the mistakes of the professionals. If you want to get away from constant losses and start earning, this video is your first step towards success. Well, the first thing we will need to make money is to choose a Forex broker. In general, you can choose absolutely any broker from the top list. The main thing is that it should be regulated. It makes absolutely no difference where you will trade, because the model of how it works is the same everywhere. But if you still want to have an opportunity, for example, to automatically copy my trades or to have a free access to our trading community, you can follow the link in the description. It will open my Telegram channel. Then you can write to me and I will give you a link to my broker with the best conditions. So the next thing you will need is an MT4 terminal. For your understanding, MT4 terminal is an ordinary trading terminal through which you can connect to different trading accounts. You can trade through MT4 on absolutely any broker. You only need to understand the interface to learn how to trade, to learn how to place trades, how correctly set limit or market orders, how to calculate take profit and stop loss, and how to calculate risks. All of this information you need to learn at least on the example of MetaTrader 4, and you will be able to trade on any broker absolutely from any device, because MetaTrader 4 has applications for phones and computers as well. And on the example of it today, I will show you my trades. Here are some of the recent trades. You can evaluate how successful they was. In this video, we will analyze one of them, which are a specific explanation of the strategy, the principle of entry and exit from the trade, just for reason that everything will be clear for you. At this stage, we start with technical analysis. In order to analyze charts and make trades, we will need the most convenient platform for this purpose. It is TradingView platform. This is a completely free site where you can create a free account and use the indicators which are used. At first, we open TradingView.com, unfold absolutely any chart you see. Next, we will need to open Forex pair. For that reason, we click on the plus, and in the Forex list, we select all of the assets you need. It can be euro-dollar pair, or it can be gold and everything else. I'm going to remove this indicator now. Then we open a candlestick type of chart, and today's strategy will be based on analyzing using 30-minute Japanese candles. I won't give you the obvious information. We just click on the indicators button and write the name of the indicators. You can simply write the name of moving average indicator and choose this indicator from the chart art author. He has almost 14,000 users. Just click on it once, you don't need to customize anything. And now I will explain you to enter trades using the indicator as an example. So, most traders lose their deposit because no one has a clear trading plan and no clear criteria for entering a trade. So let's analyze this situation with you. I think it is not secret that the sideways movement here is clearly traced by the horizontal upper and horizontal lower levels. And there is a huge number of crossings. These red and green bars and stripes are the signals from our indicator. It is the crossing of the fast and slow moving average line. I'm absolutely not recommending you to trade in this situation. You should choose a chart in such a way when you will have a clear uptrend and a clear downtrend. The signals should not be very often at least. Here we have the first signal, which came on the upside, and here we see a calmly rising stock market. Then we had an aggressive fall, we see a signal and we see a fall after that. Of course, after such a signal, I understand that the stock market is in a downtrend direction, and most likely the trend will be changed after breaking the chart of this indicator. And when the lines will cross, we will have a buy signal, as in this case. So we will be able to learn with you and make a great profit on it. So look, what a confident movement we have. Here we also wait for a certain pause. We will be waiting until the moment when the stock market will go into correction. At the moment when we clearly understand that the trend has changed, we get a signal. And we are already preparing to open a trade. I remind you that this happens on a 30-minute time frame, so you have a lot of time to think about it, to see if the trade is right for you or not. And now we are going to open it. The third thing we need to do before we open a position is to make sure that this trade is right for us. We will focus on such an incredibly important marker as the profit to risk ratio. If you are just starting to trade, a risk-reward ratio in your trades should be of at least from 1 to 3. It means that for one profitable trade, you can have 3 losing trades and you will remain at 0. Only with this ratio you will be able to earn. So let's take a simple example. What can be our target in this case? Of course, the target can be to update the value of any of the last minimum values. For example, this is the minimum value, or this is the minimum value. This is our downside target. And withdrawal of liquidity is always a good target for us, so approximately here we will leave our take profit. At this level we will have take profit. Let's highlight it in green color, so like this. We clearly understand that this is where the stock market can come to, and now we need to set our stop loss in such way when the risk to profit ratio will be at least from 1 to 3. In any ordinary strategy, I recommend you always place your stop either at the crossing of the moving average or at the maximum of the last few candles. Of course, we can put a stop here, but it will be a very short stop. So I will leave it somewhere here, just for reason that the trade will be at risk from 1 to 3. Next, we realize that this trade is good for us. What do? We open this currency pair in the MetaTrader terminal. After that, we need to memorize a few parameters. This is the entry. So on the next candle, we enter the trade and we see that after clicking on this instrument, we have an entry point, which is marked in gray. This is the parameter for stop loss, and this is the parameter for take profit. So when you open a trade in MetaTrader, you can open it immediately according to the stock market. This is a type of order when a trade is automatically opened at the price that is currently on the chart. But stop loss and take profit should be specific values, and they will be executed according to the limit order. I mean, you have a specific order to sell at a certain price or to buy at a certain price, and they will be executed. We just enter these values here. That's all. We have set the parameters. Now we need to determine the volume of the transaction. So the volume of the transaction is very easy to calculate. We pay attention to this parameter. It is 0.465. So 465 points in the movement is our stop loss. Then we open the babypips.com. Here we select the position size calculator tool, enter all of the parameters of our account. For example, I have $10,000 at balance and 10% risk per transaction. I write that I have 465 pips in stop loss and choose my currency pair. I enter all of the necessary parameters, calculate the transaction, and as a rule, you should take the size of the transaction mini loss if you trade with leverage. For example, on your broker you have a leverage from 1 to 1000, so 3.25 is your transaction size. You copy it, then go to the terminal MetaTrader and just insert here the indicator of your volume. So the position of 3.25 volume will be opened with certain settings after you click sell on the stock market price or buy on the stock market price. In this case we have a sale, so let's see how this trade will show itself. The trade have closed very quickly. On this candle we reached take profit. And despite the fact that the stock market was returning to our entry point, here we already had the average moving lines, from which there was a further reaction and the chart reached our target. This trade was executed in real time, and the signal was also published in my Telegram channel. Here you can see all the criteria for this position. They fully coincidence with what you see on the screen. And for the trade I earned almost $4,000. To summarize the video, let's run through the main points once again. At first we enter only after confirming signal, only at that moment when we have a change after a prolonged downtrend or uptrend. Only at the change of the trend we enter and we set stop loss and take profit in such way when take will be 3 times more than stop. We correctly calculate the size of our position and don't do anything else. We wait for the trade to close either by stop loss or take profit. This strategy will be more than enough for you to close at least half of your trades and take profit, and this will bring you a lot of profit. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.